welcome back to Cut Throat Podcast. It's your girl Notorious Casey. What it do? I am joined today with my loved ones in honor of KT. I'm gonna let them introduce themselves. To the right of me,
My sister, Camille.
Draped up and the jokes up. KT, the big brother. What up with everybody?
hi, I'm Tori. That's it.
Can't get the
Of
typical what
what?
up, though?
Tori. Okay, that's your title. I accept that. We bike. We bake to honor KT. Um, it's very hard. I'm gonna try to keep it together. It feel crazy being here without her. And you keep saying that, man. I believe you. She come to me in different ways. I see her name more than ever. People named Crystal spelled the same way. So, like, I ain't know that many damn Crystals. You know what I mean? 1111, constantly, constantly. Out of nowhere. Yeah. Pull your mic close to you, Jay. Yeah, so they can hear you.
You pay attention to the numbers. It means something. And they come like when you pay attention and clear the tears sometimes, you see the signs. But it's okay to cry. But look around in a moment and look around. There's signs all around us. It could be a bird, it could be some numbers, it could be a song.
Songs
Yeah. Yep.
for
Hmm.
me. Swear.
Yep. That's how it goes.
Mm.
Like I just look up and say tapped in. Just stay tapped in.
Mm-hmm. Hey y'all. I said I wasn't gonna ugly cry, but I'm a crybaby, and it is what it is. But
Shed them tears.
it was wrong. That goes without saying. She's missed. That goes without saying. We started this thing, you know, she was so ready to get back to podcasting. And I had took some time off from podcasting. I wasn't feeling it. Life got to me and I wasn't on it. But she brought me back and we would meet at my house on a regular. She stayed at my house. I would cook and we planned everything out and brought it to life. Told Tom what was up and it was a go, pretty much. 5 episodes. We record the one day I don't go out with her after we record. On a Wednesday. We record on Wednesdays. She like, you want some catfish? Come down here. Come on. I'm like, no, I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna sit this one out because we have been heavy every time. We out here. I wish I would have went. No, I wish I would have went, but we recorded. And that next day, that Thursday, she had to work. We talked earlier that day. We always checked in. That's a given. How you feeling this morning? What's up? Whatever. You at work? Doing your thing? Yup. She went to work that night. Business as usual. It's snowing heavily. It's a Thursday night. I get a phone call. When people that don't normally call me, I know something going on. My cousin called me, but like not like that. But you might want to check on your people. I heard it was some bullshit at Brownstone. I text her, hey, heard it was some bullshit. Hit me back. Tommy hit me. Casey, hers, yeah. I'm on my way down there. Purim put shit on. Snowstorm. I don't get no fuck. Pull up. Shit taped off. My heart sunk. Hmm? I told him I'm her sister. You know, the young lady that worked the door, Crystal, is everything. Whatever happened, they're being transported to Freighter. They're not going to tell you anything. It's under investigation. You can go, but they're not going to tell you nothing. I inboxed Jay ASAP because he probably don't know what the fuck going on. I still to this day don't even know. Did you hear it before I even hit you? I was the first person to tell you.
Yeah, it's a blur. When the first communication start coming through,
Mm-hmm.
like people start reaching out to me
Mm-hmm.
messenger first.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't never had messenger in my life. Up
Mm.
until right now, I ain't never had messenger. So eventually I checked to see what was up. You know what I'm saying? Log in, mail in, log in.
Mm.
The inbox, you got to click, select website version or whatever. Um, yeah, I'm almost positive you're the first person to say something. And you were telling me, I guess, what you heard from somebody else, third person.
Mm-hmm. Because my cousin hit me.
And from there off top, I was trying to keep you calm until
You
we find
were.
out what's
You
going
were. You
on.
was
Try
like,
to speak
I ain't believing none of
positivity.
that. You was like, stop that. Clear your head. Don't talk like that. I was panicking. I was to get down there and see it like that. Crush me.
Ooh.
The one time I didn't go with her. The one time I said, no, I'm a chill. She was amazing. She is amazing. That girl was so talented. And I learned that over the years. These past couple years, it's only been 3 years. I ain't known KT. KT ain't no long time friend of mine. She came to Real Bar Talk as my replacement when I got pregnant with Kai. I'm like, who? Who replacing me? Tori introduced us. Who? He like, her name KT. You gonna meet her. She cool. I gotta see this for myself. She came through
We appreciate each other in person.
instantly.
Enjoy about each other.
You a tourist? Yep, it's on from here. She did. She did.
Very opinionated,
Um,
live personality, you know what I'm saying? And she vibed with y'all. She appreciates y'all embracing her. She was looking forward to every taking, every airing, every episode. You know what I'm saying?
at the
From the
when
talk
I
to the
came
cutthroat.
back, I'm like, we gonna keep her. She's staying, Tori.
That was a good question because the part she taken out of she was reluctant because she didn't thought I was replacing her.
Mm-hmm.
She was
Mm-hmm.
reluctant and standoffish about it.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I can't do it.
I'm like, excuse you. You still got a co-host here. Just cause I didn't have a baby now. I'm coming back. No, but it was love. She just fit.
Because I had to convince her to stay.
Not it didn't take a lot of convincing now.
No, I said, well, I said, she said, I was like, dude,
Once we had that
and then,
event at the place on North Avenue.
oh, that little meet and greet. That was
Mm-hmm.
what's the sister today? That was a meet.
Yep. We was on damn, what is that place still open? What was that called? Right. Some dude, a dude from Riverside. I had on that. Damn. On 59th and North by Associated Bank. Was that or was it? Am I wrong? Are they? Oh, I'm sorry. Scene one.
Yes.
There you go. Scene one. Scene one. It's not open no more.
Yeah, I can tell that's when like I said. You still pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I was thinking.
Me too.
I think she snapped on some shit, but I was eating grease too much. I didn't have to go. All right, you done had some with your little friend. Now come over here to the podcast.
Mm.
Ooh, she was on my
She did.
Ooh, yeah, Casey.
I swear they used to get on my nerves. Oh my god, I do not want to hear about y'all fighting.
That's all we did.
I swear
All
they
we
was
did.
like
And her all we
rah,
did.
rah, 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 all the time. Tori, you know, she texting me, then he texting me, then I'm in the middle, like, oh, shut up. Can't we all just get along?
Now, me and her, we could not get along.
It's tough to get on somebody's nerves if you don't care about them.
That is true. That is true. That's
If they ain't no stranger, you know what I'm saying?
Child, they
That's
used to
something
get
I
on
done
my
learned.
because
nerves.
somebody y'all meet, you know, we don't do shit about it. But you'll sit up and argue all day with somebody.
And that's what y'all did.
Yeah, we did. We did. I still laugh about it. I laughed about it then.
She was a
pissing me
mess.
off, and I was
She
pissing
used
her
to do
off.
some shit. I will admit. We all do though.
Yeah, we do.
But I'ma defend her. You know.
I don't care. That don't change the fact that all me and her ever did was argue. But I will
It.
respect the fact, and this is something I tell people all the time. Because me and Casey actually did, you know, me and Casey actually did. Well, we got talking for prior to that. But at the ugly sweater party last year, maybe it was the alcohol, maybe it was just the scene. But me and Casey sat down at the table and talked about 45
Mm-hmm.
like, dude, you know, I ain't really mad at you. She's like, yeah, you know, I ain't really pissed at you. I was pissed at you. Let me try to go. I was pissed at you too. And, you know, went back and forth. But at the end of the day, and I can say this, you know, with a clear conscience, it ended with, I love you. I love you too. And then after that, we saw each other a couple of times and hung out. But I tell you, you never know what life has in store. If you got something you can fix, fix it. That walking around holding grudges, it takes more energy to hate somebody than it do, you know, just to get it over. You can't fix it. You can't fix it. Fine. I'll walk away from it. You got to try to fix it. You don't know. And you don't want to carry that guilt now. I don't know, without that conversation, what kind of mental state I am in right now have we not sat down at the ugly foot fight and just clear the air because we were really mad at each other. We stopped talking to each other really over.
She
There
had,
was no reason for me to stop talking to her or me to stop being on her. Obviously, me and her were two very, well, are two very, strong willed type individuals. So
Get on my nerves.
she couldn't do anything about it. She tried.
God, I used to be like, Tori, please, just
Yes, she
hear her
would.
out this time.
Yep, she would do that. And then she would advocate for her, which I'm sure she would advocate for me too, but neither of us is stubborn.
Is hell. Oh goodness.
she didn't have
She
no-
like, nope, I ain't coming back. Nope, fuck that.
How many times did she say she wasn't coming
I ain't
back
coming
and
back.
And
then
then
call
call
me.
How many times did I fire her and then get back? And say
Oh
she
my-
wasn't there?
Listen,
I'm like,
we
"Casey,
always
you
got
off the podcast.
fired.
Casey, you off the podcast, and then turn around. It's time to record. Where's Casey?
Where's KT?
Casey?
Like, I thought she was fired, and I thought I was fired.
Like, where's Casey at? Because Casey is a unique personality. That's what stuck out. Stuck out really
Mhm.
good with her, and that's why I wanted her to stay with
Yes.
when Casey went off to have child. I'm like, you gonna be gone. I was like, this girl, she got a unique girl.
I was like,
Take it
let
slow.
me see.
irreplaceable, two hands for it.
I
You know what
swear
I'm saying?
to
She wasn't one hand
God.
for it, she was two hands.
Man,
She
listen.
ain't had no
Three.
associates. She ain't had no associates.
Three.
She didn't have no associates or no bachelors in petty. She had a master's and a PhD in things. You know what I'm saying? They take one to know one. You know what I'm saying? So like, we can be a handful. You know, even though we're extraordinary, we're still human. So we all have our days, ups and downs. But you know, it's the love. She's irreplaceable. She's never die. I'm gonna keep her legacy alive like she's still here. We don't stop.
It
I don't even
don't.
like how everything went. Like, I ain't in that like.
And I used to mess with it because I'm like, you got a story for every fucking thing.
Yeah.
Every time somebody say something, you got a story. She would crack jokes, and then that's what thing I love about her. Because she did a lot. She
Hilarious.
used to make fun of me for being a person.
But we not. She didn't used to like all them lesbian jokes.
Who?
Who?
Who made the lesbian?
You.
I called her food one time.
One time.
Maybe twice.
Maybe 50 every episode.
She was making fun of my profession. Call it, she called me garbage. I like
So you call her fruit.
I knew how to push each other.
You know what I'm saying? Okay.
Push each other's buttons.
Oh, yeah.
That was them.
We would sit right across from
And
each
she
other
like-
she'd be in the middle.
She like, it ain't all about women all the time. I like men too, nigga. Don't come at me like that.
Yeah.
She ain't
I ain't even with her. I ain't even with her no more. No, put you in your place. Ate that. I ain't even with her. I don't talk to her no more. Now,
Nobody think our joke is funny. She got it.
listen.
Everybody was checking out Shelly, bro. Everybody was.
Who is Shelly? Oh, was that the thick girl that had came in here? Oh, okay, yup. I was like, I remember her. My bad. I remember her. We followed on that one. My fault. Yeah. Y'all see my shirt? Guess who made this
Hey,
shirt?
now, long live KT.
Look, guess who made this shirt? Quit playing with me.
Overhead threads representing
Oh,
team overhead.
Somebody lied to her.
guess who made it?
Don't say that too loud. 'Cause
Who
she might
made
actually
that?
start doing it.
Give them the info on my shirt.
Mr. Artsy made that shirt. That's the moniker I go by when when I'm in creative mode. I used to do a whole bunch of rap music under the moniker Mr. Silk G, but wised up and it was time for a rebranding, so I started calling myself Mr. Artsy. And yeah, my original goal was to start a record label, entertainment media company. So to finance it, I had to come up with some other hustles. So I taught myself how to make shirts and logos and hoodies, and here we are. So that's the product that I made for Casey. She wanted me to throw the blade on there for the Kut Throat appeal, which I did. And hoping she liked it. And it seems like she does. So here we are.
Good for him.
And if anybody else need one out
Oh,
there in
listen, I love
podcast
that
land,
shit.
reach out. Holler at me. I'll make you some.
Thank you, Rob. Nick said bye, Tori. Walking. Tennis ball. Y'all still call her tennis ball.
Yeah.
She ain't no tennis ball. Y'all seen the
Nobody.
box? She
I know.
she cut her
When
hair.
she first cut her hair.
She cut her hair to start over, and her fro grew instantly though. Like Nick got some locks on her. She got locks now, like locks. That's why I said. She said I got a bad hair day. I said, how you got locks? I don't think
I was
that
feeling
y'all
the
could
same
ever
way.
have a bad hair
I
day.
ain't
How
had
do
a
you-
good time.
Oh, well,
Because when we get crispy, you know. we be
Oh,
like,
then
you
oh,
know,
that's
we
like
be
getting a haircut?
yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
Retwist don't make it break.
Hey, Dream. No. What else you got to say?
I'm glad to be here. I appreciate y'all having me. Appreciate y'all rocking with my sister. I apologize for being on the late
You
show.
ain't gotta
I'm glad I made
apologize
it.
for that. I'm
Just
so
saying, on the
glad you
strength, on
made
the
it.
front.
I'm glad both of
Thank
y'all made it. I'm glad my sister here. I'm glad I had a support system that I do have because this is major. You know, it's just like getting pounded back to back to back. Here's one of my nephews, my cousin Candace. That was back to back. KT did not let up. That girl used to be at my door like, and then I'm like, who the fuck am I? Like, you gotta learn her not. She not like the police. That's KT. Look, that's KT. All right, open the door. All right, open the door. Bottle in hand. We. It's a lituation. We didn't spend holidays together, birthday together. We were supposed to be in Miami for our birthday this year.
You go on the trip that she wants to?
That's why she wanted to go back. Mhm.
I'm still hearing certain people.
I know who was on that trip.
I know some of the people that I
Mhm.
just be hearing more and more as time goes. Like
Mm.
some people I know personally. I don't know what.
Mhm.
I'm just
Mhm.
staying observant to you.
Mhm. Mhm.
Not to cause no waves, but
Same.
I'm finna rep like
Same.
my own
Same.
way.
Same. But I would. I'm gonna talk to you because I wish you hadn't said something out loud. I'm gonna tell you.
No doubt.
I'm
That's
gonna tell
when
you.
you ready.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm trying to step on my toes. But I do want to
I
know
am.
what's going on. A lot of people ain't
Fuck
came to
that.
holler at me and look me in
Justice
my eye, let
for
me know
her.
what's going on.
And if his name is out there, it's rewards out there.
So we did the extra press release for Crime Stoppers.
You the one who sent that to me first. Then Kaisha sent it to me too. After you sent it to me, did you get that?
What?
To go down the
It was a press,
Oh,
press
crime
conference.
thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, one of two people told me about it.
because Kai told me she told me.
But yeah, I wouldn't think.
I couldn't.
I overlooked it at home. And I got reservations about a lot of stuff. We've seen a lot transpire even before her situation. Like my family went through a lot. Friends and family went through a lot. Everybody be going through a lot. We all up under the same sky. Everybody plays with the same problems, whether they want to admit it or not, or whether they can identify it based on the frequency of their own. You know what I'm saying? They got their third eye open or not, and all of that. So, I'm gonna keep mad. People trying to invite me, like you play certain games, but I really ain't in the mood to play. And I ain't just trying to follow whatever narrative somebody throw out there. You know, if it don't feel right, I ain't just gonna go with the flow. I wasn't raised like that. You know what I'm saying? One of my quotes, leaders over bosses. This is often I say, you know, spirits never die. Spirit over ego. I'm always saying on purpose. Like These sound bites I'm known for. These hashtags I'm known for, and I'm mean. Like, these are convictions that have grown with me, and I say it with a purpose. You know what I'm saying? There's a real lot of energy behind all of that. We just everything's just one day at a time.
That's all I tell people, and I appreciate everybody inboxes. I still get inboxes. I still get people checking on me. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all. I cope the way I cope. You know what I mean? I just started going back out. I don't even go out like that. Like it don't feel good to go out without her. So y'all see me out, what up? You know, I ain't being funny acting. I'm probably just in my zone, you know, just trying to get a quick drink, whatever. Fuck up out of there. Like I went to Steph invited me down to Elevate, you know, for her brother that passed stuff. I went down there, skated up out of there, just mm if it don't feel right, I gotta go. You know.
Stand on that. Boundaries matter.
And your
Haters are haters.
gut.
You know what I'm saying?
You gotta go with your gut.
Straight up. Boundaries matter. Set them up beforehand. Stay ready, don't get ready. And people make you feel like a guilt trip you for your boundaries as if they're to keep people out. When in my opinion, boundaries will keep your peace in, your inner
Yeah,
peace. You can't force no empty cup. You gotta, inner peace is sacred.
You right, Keegan.
yes.
Personal perspective is sacred.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't got that foundation, you're gonna blow in the wind.
That's gonna be on balance. Like that inner peace is you gotta set them boundaries. 'Cause like you said, you've been through a lot, and like you said, everybody been through a lot. So you can't keep pouring into people without pouring into you.
And everybody keeps saying that, and I'm
It
like,
means something. You're gonna start learning your boundaries when you get hit like this. I'm surprised you ain't learned them boundaries yet.
I'm trying, and it's coming to me. I swear.
It
I,
knock
I've
you
I've
back.
been feeling a little bit like everybody that reach out to me. I don't feel like I have to connect with you because that shit could be fake. You know, like
I mean,
I
obligated
don't
for
know
nothing but what you
you from a
obligated
can
for.
of paint. You
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? They wanted to do news. The news wanted to interview me. All different outlets coming to me. I'm like, I can't do it.
Everybody
Hell
different.
no.
You know,
Hell,
some people
I'm like,
can, some people
nah.
can't.
I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it when Buka at the that just poured out of me out of nowhere at the visual. I, in the middle of the street. And I don't even go on 44th and Center. You can't pay me to go down that street. Nah, fuck that. I ain't, nope.
'Cause
You
you know,
can't pay me to go back to Brownstone. I ain't apologetic about that. I'll never go back to that place. Ever. Ever. The last time, that was the last time. The night we was there. And I barely got to connect with you that night. But, you know what I'm saying? It was hectic. It was still fresh. You know what I mean? Like, I couldn't believe I was there. Like, what? Why we here? For this fuck shit? And that's what the fuck going on. It's being controlled. It's already was controlled from the get go.
I left out the house at night. And you told me something happened. You need to go check on my sister. Nobody,
They kept telling you to go check on her.
I wasn't receiving no messages from. I I wasn't receiving messages from people that I was dealing with on a day-to-day basis. I ain't know everybody, but we tapped in enough, you know what I'm saying? Where I was expecting to hear something from, you know, just a certain group of people, but I didn't hear from those people until the next day after the sun came up. It was just her immediate, from you to her co-workers and everybody. These people I don't know, I don't have no rapport with these people.
I
Everybody
know.
just saying the same thing. You go check them. What is specific? Cool. You the one that gave me the most specifics.
I had to, and that's not something that you ever want to bring to somebody. Every single time something happened to my loved ones, I get a crazy ass call. Camille called me about my nephew. And the sound in her voice, I knew some wrong. It's that instant. Like, cause we don't talk every day. That's why I said when these certain people call my
Them hours,
phone,
because it was early. So
like, okay, gotta answer. Hello. And that other sound of, and they said,
I don't even think I talked. I don't even
no,
think
you
I
was
was
you
talking.
were crying and couldn't barely say his name. All I heard was Buka crackle, and I knew, yeah, yep. So to get pounded on, pounded on, pounded on, that was my first baby.
Oh, and record check.
Is
Real
my first
sisters,
baby.
like not just
Like,
don't say we play sisters, like real sisters.
it just, I don't know, but it's a lot of stories going on as far as Crystal. I'm hearing shit. Obviously, Jay hearing shit. I want it to cease unless motherfuckers got some real knowledge and somebody can bring this bitch ass nigga to the forefront. I'm tired of hearing shit. We know who the fuck it is. We know what the fuck going on, and we not stupid. That's all I'm gonna say. Especially no.
And somebody knows something.
I wish I knew what's going on.
Hmm.
I definitely don't feel stupid, but I definitely don't know what's going on. I it's a lot of things. As far as I'm concerned, I don't know who playing. And I ain't even trying to point fingers at flesh and individuals. It's all from Ephesians 6 when it comes to all of this. You know what I'm saying? We're in a war with flesh. We're all at war with wicked politics. And, you know,
You
people
always
that
say
play
politics
the
too.
wicked spiritualistic game and try to hide, throw rocks and hide. To each their own. I ain't not, I'm not nobody's preference is how they get down. But when people come on my doorstep like that, and I watch my parents go through something major, like we came from nothing, came from slums, and we go with a nice little company, but
Man, okay.
everything crumbled, and there was something hiding in the shadows, trying to shut everything down. So my parents divorced. I never hit her before, so I never caught the truth. They divorced, and end up losing the company. That's what we all did for a living every day. Family owned business.
Mhm.
One of the most successful
She told me about that.
staffing
All of
agencies,
that.
not just black
Told me
owned
about
staffing
all of
agencies, but
that.
yeah, we
Yes.
started on Sherman Fond du Lac, for the hood by the hood. Close enough to make a difference was our initial slogan. Just plugging, 8 times and people from the streets who couldn't get a fair shake out here. We came from the bottom, that's what we catered to. And then after getting successful, we moved downtown and started, dabbling in other type of professional accounts, and so that we could stay afloat and keep up with the big dogs. But yeah, I don't know what's going on. I don't know, like, somebody else coming up with the narrative. Where the
That's what
surveillance
I'm
footage at? I
saying.
can't just go down to
That's
crime stoppers and be cool with all that. I got a certain indoctrination. I got a problem with crooked cops. Like, I don't bite my tongue about that. You know what I'm saying? I got a problem. I got a serious problem with crooked cops. Because they be out here moving like their immunity is just on a whole another level. And that they had their backs against the ropes a minute ago. I wasn't a part of no political movement from the national level. Everybody knows. You know what I'm saying? I'm even taking sides. That's what America is. That's what's going on.
We fight all sides.
Everybody talking about defund the police and all of that. I didn't never sign on that or whatever. But I'm observing what's going on from coast to coast.
Mm-hmm.
And time changing. You know, many people that was on the front line, they facing legal cases and all types of stuff.
Some of us still out
Everybody,
here.
like, they turn around and take a grip on everybody. They
I thought it too.
demonize the same people that they tell and had out in the front. You know, raising the
Some
brand
of
or
us
whatever.
still out here though.
If you
We
don't play,
just in
you know
the
how it
wind.
goes. It's political.
You gotta know how to play
Mhm.
chess. You gotta understand like politics. You gotta understand.
You got a slogan on
You gotta
politics,
be
Jay.
free. You know what I'm saying?
So
If
like
that's your arena.
I do it
Mhm.
all. So I like I'm an activist. I fight police community relations, but I fight gun violence, and I'm on the official city council for the city of Milwaukee to go over the police community relations, to go down the line with the police and their standard operating procedures. And I'm happy to say, like, with the activists and like really putting our foot down and strategically, because it's a game of chess. We was able to get no chokeholds, no exceptions. It used to be with exceptions. You know, every time something happened, it's that exception, right? Yeah, so we got that out of it. You know, so you gotta protest, but you gotta change that legislation. You know, when we be chanting, when we be protesting, change them laws.
Yeah.
You know
People
what I'm
like you
saying?
and
So
me
you gotta
that
be about it.
people who are actually passionate and want to be in that arena for like choice with free will. But once you're in it, you're subjected, though, because the brain is already set to do the stuff before we got here. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
but it's
I don't
chess.
see it as negative.
It's just chess, though. It is.
Ain't
It's
no
a dirty
difference in
game.
chess. Chess is a game of war.
It is,
You
though.
know, you got bishops in there, but bishops don't hold a gun.
But I like
It's a
to
game.
say I'm
You know what I'm
everywhere.
saying?
I'm like a ninja in the night.
We at that point where we gotta call it out.
But we do gotta
Ain't nobody
stand up.
talking about sexism. Like sexism is almost more prevalent than racism. It's cancel culture. If you don't agree with everybody else saying, they try to turn your mic off, turn a deaf ear to you, outcast. You know, I'm one of them people that's standing up and saying, you know, like sexism is a huge issue. But I'm very spiritualistic. I don't cancel out the Bible. I feel like it was edited, but I don't cancel out the whole thing. I still get fruit from it. Like I'm not like I'm even Islamic faith,
You
Quran,
trying to go
The
down a
It's
rabbit
good
hole.
meat in
same
all of
though,
it.
the
It's good
same
meat.
though,
It's
the
good meat in
same
all
though.
of it. It's good fruit in all of it.
And
It's
KT
like
was
our
the
pieces
same
to a
way.
puzzle.
She
Good fruit in
believed
all
the
of
same
it.
thing because we talked about being preachers' kids and how the Bible was, you know what I'm saying, like
Missing stuff.
no, like forced on us
Yeah,
basically,
that
like
too.
you know how we grew up, and
And
when you
spiritual.
grow up, you start venturing and you see other things and you read other things,
That was
and
demonized when we grew up.
so
Yeah.
Yeah, when you
yeah.
force fed, it take a moment for something to grow on you because you got to get it on your own when you get older. You know what I mean? But yeah, I you say the Bible whitewashed. I think it's more so. I think it's even more so washed in sexism. You know what I'm saying? For real. Like,
That too. But yeah.
even the chessboard, the game of chess is over when the king gets killed. I'm not one of the people that think that the dude's supposed to be sitting down, the lady's supposed to be standing up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Take a load on. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I believe you need to identify those women matter. Like they should identify as killers too. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know what's going on. There's only one sky if you ask me, and everybody plays by the same stuff. I ain't one of them people that you ever hear say, I hate Milwaukee. I don't care what happens. From hell or hot water, you ain't gonna hear me say that. You know what I'm saying? I represent for real, like straight up. I've been here since 1991, got embraced, and I embraced back. A couple of people on, I guess they act like they don't like me, don't like me like that. But, I ain't tripping. Everybody got their own preference. I'm not here
Who
trying to
the
step
fuck
on no
wouldn't like
toes.
Jay? Who the
I
fuck
mean,
wouldn't
who
like
likes
Jay?
it? I don't think there's one person in the world that's liked and love like this.
You know, hey, I said that
Who
too.
needs to
Cause
be?
you know what I'm saying. I know motherfuckers hate me.
But
I know it.
but
I
you
know
that
it.
it's something wrong
Motherfuckers in
with
wish
them.
death on me.
Like when it's somebody
So-
cool who everybody just get along with, and then somebody be like, I don't like
And you be like,
like,
what?
something
That's
wrong
what
with
I'm like,
your ass.
right? Like, how you don't like Jay?
No. It's like same people who came up with the
TT
chess-
said my
the chess
brother be
game.
talking his shit. Look.
Same type of people. What it say? What up, T? What's our comments? I can't see it on the screen up there.
He pulled it up on that screen. He
My
said my
brother
brother
be
be
talking
talking that shit.
What
Go
up, T?
ahead, Jay.
No doubt. You already know. Love,
Jay trying to take us down the rabbit hole.
love. I be in the
We
cut.
can talk about
So,
all that stuff. Man.
y'all invited me
So that
here.
was
I'm
a word.
appreciative. Gotta say a few things.
No, I really wanted you because you are different.
That's the only sibling I've ever been told.
And
I
and
had
listen,
since I was born.
and she and I had that special relationship. I have a big brother. He all I got.
I was there when she came home from the hospital back in 1990, and I was there when she left out the house. Came in my room and watched the Wiz with me. She was geeking about her new little
The
leopard
Black
coat.
Wiz.
She wanted to model it. in my
Was it the
mirror.
Black Wiz?
That's the only Wiz. Those are the
Okay,
Wiz of the vibe.
okay,
The Wiz with
okay.
Michael Jackson dying.
Yep. Okay. There we
She
go.
came there and watched it with me, and
Oh.
I put on a Dolph video and saw her coat reminded me of the coat Dolph wore in one of his videos, Rest in Power, you know. And she parlayed with me. I let both dogs run rampant through my room that day. I think
Rocco.
they gotta stay in the other room.
You still got Rocco?
Yep, I still got Rocco.
Her
I had
baby?
Django too for the longest.
Yeah.
And then I eventually let one of her friends take him once she had a place to take him, because that's what really brought him around.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I still got Rocco.
You still got Rocco. How Rocco doing?
Caretaker, that's my dependent. He eats more than me. Drink more water than me.
We need to get some funds going for Rocco ass. He over there eating. I'm gonna make Rocco some steak.
If he was a little more trained, I would have brought him with me.
He good. She was like, I'm gonna bring my dog over there for the girls. Ask Kalia, do she want the dog to come over? We was on FaceTime. I put the camera on Puda, my oldest daughter, y'all. Y'all know that. I put the camera on her. She was like, is your dog white? She was like, no, he ain't white. She was like, well, no. She said, I want a white dog named Ella. KT said, oh, okay. Well, I'm on my way. She was not going, okay. Man. I miss my boo.
It's been tricky. It's been a rough road. After you and a couple of people told me what happened to her, when I left out the house, and like it started snowing. As soon as I opened my front door to go get in the car to head down to Brownstone,
It was a damn snowstorm.
with
that
no traffic out, with nobody outside on the porch walking. I ain't seen no cars coming down the road. As soon as I left out our neighborhood and I got to the first main street to head downtown, there was a cop parked at the corner, an SUV. And I just always, my first thought was, oh, when I pull from this stop sign, is he gonna get behind me? Is she gonna get behind me? And then, I couldn't just stand there and have a staring contest. So eventually I pulled off from the stop sign and they made a U-turn instantly, like my job's done. Whatever. I don't know what that was about. It gave me a weird feeling. Went downtown, after stopping at the gas station, get a little gas, pulled up, seen the yellow tape, 2 cop cars parked right in front of it, sitting in the driver's seat.
That shit was all blocked off.
Parked like that. I walked in between them, had my license already out. You know, because I didn't want to startle them when I walked up to their windows. I'm like, this is who I am. I'm looking for such and such. And my sister had something happen. What's going on? They act like they didn't know who I was talking about. They asked me to repeat her name a couple times. They asked me to show her pictures.
I showed the picture
Gallery,
too.
social media. Showing
Same. I was like, I'm her sister. And
it's like, no, we don't know who that is. We never heard the name before. But if there was anything that happened to anybody, they were taken to a hospital. They didn't even tell me Freighter. They just said they were taken to a
he
hospital.
told me
So,
freighter.
good luck. That's all I
Exactly.
can tell you, but nobody can get
Nope.
history. They went right back to looking at their tools like they seen the pictures.
Mm-mm.
Which That's another problem too, that they had to go all the way out to Freighter. That's another issue too, all the way from down there.
That's what I.
Act like they know what I was talking about. I'm keeping their
He
vibe.
definitely knew.
I'm keeping their vibe. Like,
It's because they don't have. So that's part of the stuff we do, like in the community. I do so much. I don't and seem like I do everything, but I do everything. Like literally, one of the problems is that it's not the gun people ain't at the other hospital. So unfortunately, a
The
lot of
gun
shit
people.
happened. The gunshot like the surgeons for gunshot
oh,
wounds,
okay.
Oh,
the specialists like who can handle the serious wounds.
they're not in every hospital.
No,
The
and a lot of people
trauma
don't. The
specialist.
trauma, yeah, the trauma doctors they out there.
Mhm.
Yeah, right.
So that's why everybody go to
Yeah, but
Freighter.
it don't
Every
make
place got
sense
their
though
specialty.
because look at where Freighter is at. So what they'll do is take them to a hospital in the city sometimes to stabilize them until they
I
can
hope
get them
not
out
St.
to
Joe's.
Freighter.
Based on
Don't
their
take
Yeah.
nobody
condition.
to St.
So
Joe's.
that's something a lot of people don't know that, and people need to know that because the more people that know things, then the more we can like fight and counter stuff too. People not aware of that. No, it is
Asia
like
said
that.
it's
No,
the
I'm
trauma
telling you
team.
it
Asia
is.
said it's the trauma team.
Yeah, I work with all of them, and that's what it is. So yeah, they have to go all the way out there. Yeah, it's still the same.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Keep
St.
saying that
Joseph's
shit. We can
practically
fuck if
empty,
you don't know what's going on.
right
Fuck
in
you
the middle of
doing
the
here?
city.
Like that's why that's news to me.
So
I
St.
didn't
Joseph
know.
is practically empty.
So if I'm on Capitol and I get shot, they are not gonna take me to St. Joe's
No.
or St. Mary's.
They might to stabilize you, maybe. Otherwise, they're gonna take you out
All
there,
the way to
all
Freighter.
the way out
There's
there.
probably
Yep.
a couple factors. They got to consider how many beds available. They got to deal with dispatch.
But they can't. They don't have no trauma doctors at the other hospital.
If you got a fighting chance, I think more than likely they always gonna
My
try to
friend
get you
Bree
to
said
if you got a fighting
Freighter
chance, to
is
make
a
it there,
level 1 trauma center. They get most of those types of patients. Ashley Cousin said Freighter is the number 1 trauma center in Wisconsin.
it's one of the
I
top
ain't lived in Milwaukee for
in the
18
country. It's
years.
one of the
That
top
shit not
hospitals
gonna
in the country.
change depending on the
Freighter and
severity of the
Children's
gunshot.
Hospital
Oh, depending
of
on the
Milwaukee.
severity of the
saying.
Shout out.
They'll
gunshot.
stabilize them, and then if they could just stabilize them, but if
They'll
not, they'll
keep you there.
stabilize them and then send them out to Freighter.
Those two other people got grazed, if I'm not. They just got
But if it's a
grazed.
serious gunshot wound, they sending them
And
right
he
to
told
Freighter.
me, he said,
They're not gonna fuck
everyone, he
around.
said they got
Yeah, it's
transported.
still the same.
He said they got transported to Freighter.
Like a lot of people been like that's like one of the issues. Like it's so many issues in this city. A lot of
So
people know, but a lot of people don't. So like a lot of them people in the medical field, they know that. A lot of people in community who work with health equity, for our black people, we died 20 years earlier than white people. So like in the inner city, and part of that is because of all of these different factors. Like we just don't have the same healthcare in the city. Like not just the trauma, just everything all across the board. So it's stuff now in place, but we'll
bottom
see.
line is, Buddy could have told her fucking brother where she was at.
Right.
At least why act like this ain't the right place? Okay, he may have not been able to go into detail, but he could have at least gave something like he gave to me. I told him, and I had the picture
right.
up. He told me, he was like,
Did they tell you where?
everybody. No, they didn't tell
This is
him.
the first time I'm hearing a hospital
They
name.
told me they were transported to Freighter. If that's her, that's what he said. If that's her, they were transported. And I was like, because I only heard about her. I didn't know anything about no 2 other dudes being grazed by bullets. So I was only checking on one. He said they. So I'm like, damn. So it was more people. So I'm even more fucked up. Like, who else was it? Like, fuck.
Yeah, they just
And
told me
then
it
she
was a
didn't hit
hospital.
me back. So I knew it was her. Because we all No matter what, even if she at work, it take a little minute. She gonna hit me back though. So
When did y'all like no that night or in the morning the next day?
For me personally, after I spoke to the two cops trying to get the word on my sister and act like they know who she was, and they went back to looking at their phones like they were done with me. And told me I couldn't get access. I just went back to my car and just sat for a minute, just waiting for
that same night we talked,
familiar
right?
calls and texts. This the night that they
That
said
Thursday
whatever
night.
happened to her.
Right.
After
Okay.
you and a couple other people hit me
Okay.
while I'm chilling at the crib, still watching the Wiz or whatever I was doing, like telling me something happened to my sister, I need to go check on her. So after I talk to the cops, I go sit in the car waiting on familiar texts, familiar calls, because I know a lot of people. I don't know everybody, but I know enough people to where I felt comfortable. Like my phone should ring or should get text from somebody in particular. Like I know a lot of DJs, I know a lot of bartenders, I know a lot of owners and moguls, I know politicians, I know street cats, I know a lot of people, in this city. I'm tied in the way I'm tied in. It might not be the most tied in, but I'm tied in enough so I felt comfortable waiting. And I didn't get that, you know what I'm saying? So then when I was like, skip it, let me just go figure out which hospital she's at, because they didn't tell me which hospital to go to. I'm just saying,
Yeah. I'm sorry I didn't.
what
I didn't tell
happened, you
you that
didn't
because
necessarily know you needed to tell me. We just trying to figure out what's going on with
and
Crystal.
you told me get off that shit. You was like he was the most positive person,
You
and
gotta speak life. I wasn't
Nook
gonna
was.
claim death on my sister.
I was in a rage. Like
I don't
Nook
care
was
what
on the
nobody else
couch.
talking about.
Like, what you putting on clothes? Where you going? What I'm like, I'm out of here. I gotta go.
Okay, so check this out
I'm
though.
gone.
This the kicker. When I finally got tired of sitting there waiting, I'm like, let me just go guess and figure out which hospital she at. And I went to start my car up. For the first time ever since I got my car off the showroom floor in 2016, my car didn't start. And it still hasn't started. It's been 2 months. Sitting on the corner right there by Chase Bank from Brownstone. I'm down there to check on my sister.
Right now?
Oh, listen to me.
Oh,
I'm still talking about the same night.
Okay.
That people are saying she transitioned. They saying whatever happened down there after whoever told me to go down there, and I went down there and started snoring when I walked out the door. Cop at the corner made a U-turn as soon as I went past them. Like they ain't need to do nothing else on that corner. When I get down there, police don't know what I'm talking about. Won't even give me the hospital name. They just say just whoever was involved. They went to a hospital. So good luck. And I went in the car, sat for a little while. When I tried to start my car up, it wouldn't start. For the first time since I got it off the showroom floor in 2016 with no miles on it. For the first time ever, it didn't start. You know what I'm saying? So I can't even go look for which hospital she at. And eventually somebody reached out and said, your sister dead while I'm sitting there on that corner
what?
in my car wondering why it won't start for the first time
Someone
ever.
said it like that,
And
Jay.
then it took me almost a week, it seemed like, to get it off that corner because every time I tried to use somebody AAA, they AAA wouldn't work. Wouldn't nobody show up. It was always issues. So eventually I got my own AAA. I got my son AAA, and I had the car towed myself, and I took it to see what it'd take to get it to start. The first time it didn't start. I don't know what's going on. They told me the quote was $8,000. You know what I'm saying? But that wasn't no more out of place than it not starting in the first place, or that cop being on the corner, or just a lot of the stuff I done seen growing up, being in my shoes. You know what I'm saying? I've seen a lot of trippy shit. Pardon my Swahili. Is this a central show?
This
That's
cut.
my first time on this show.
Okay, but the name is Cutthroat.
No doubt.
Cutthroat.
Just
You
asking
ain't
on
you
Gigi.
have you
I don't
have
hear
you
nobody
okay,
else
can I
giving
have you
profanity
listened to
on it.
us?
I have.
You have? How many episodes you listened to? We had 5. How many did you listen to?
All the way through, I probably listened to 2. But I've seen bits and pieces.
I
Probably
asked my
all
brother,
5.
did he listen? I'm like, I don't really want my family to listen to this. This ain't no family show.
I used to be catching up on y'all podcast. She be in the other room.
This ain't no family show.
Yeah,
Don't
she
be.
in the other room. I'd be catching up on y'all. But yeah, everything's just been out of place. There's a narrative in place. Like the police acting funny. I already got issues with the police. She had issues with the police. The pops up got issues with the police. You know what I'm saying? Like I done seen people go through some weird stuff in the dark, man. People be annoyed. Rightfully so though. You know? But this ain't the time to be tucking no tails. And I ain't trying to fight fire with fire. Because I don't even know what I'd be aiming at if I was on that, And that ain't how I was raised. That ain't where I'm at right now. That ain't the frequency I'm on. It ain't about fighting fire with fire. That don't do no good. You know what I'm saying? I rep the village. I ain't on all that imperialistic shit right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, where the village at? Too many empires in the
It
village.
took me
Everybody
a
burning
long
down the
time to
woods
get to
in the
that
village.
place.
You know what I'm
It took
saying?
me a long time to get to that place because I swear, vengeance was mine.
Man, like,
Okay,
you gotta get back to the garden. You know, where everybody knows big eyes know little U's, and everybody got a voice, and everybody's worthy.
So get back to the what?
Back to the garden vibe.
the peace garden.
You know what I'm saying?
Get back to the garden.
Yeah, the village, the garden. Now everybody hell bent on having their own personal empire. You can't knock nobody for that, but that kind of destroys community. You know, you just got a whole bunch of want to be chiefs and ain't nobody doing the work, and everybody's talking about I got more than you, and I'm having this and I'm having that, and ain't nobody standing on no principles. Politics are overshadowing principles. What's the use of politics if the principles get lost in the sauce? You know what I'm saying? So that's why my hashtag's been principles over politics, principles over profit. Eventually, we got a lot of broken promises. People, I ain't reach out to nobody for no help. People was reaching out to me and my pops and my family was offering this and that, and people we know 20, 30 years. People we helped to do nice positions, all types of stuff, and everybody reneged when the cameras and the lights went off and the photo op was over. A lot of people reneged, you know. But that come with the territory. It's disappointing because that's a vulnerable position. It's a vulnerable time to be in, and I let my guard down. Now everybody just looking at me from the shadows, and it prompted me to put up that GoFundMe. Not even so much to ask for help as much as to show just just for it to be a mirror. We see as we are. So people that's right now where they at in they walks of life stuck on greed and willing to do anything for a come up, they gonna look at that GoFundMe or whatever, and they gonna see it as they are. They're not gonna see me as me. They gonna see me as they are. You know what I'm saying? And the people that's shouting empathy and working on self and doing the work, and they gonna peep game and they gonna tune into the frequency, even the number I chose. You know what I'm saying? It's a message behind all of that. I was just trying to get out. I feel like I'm dealing with sabotage, and people hiding their hands. So it's like, how do I get from behind the enemy lines without being combative or vindictive? And I put out an SOS card. You know what I'm saying? On the
Can you
strength,
tell them?
and you can see like it's how long it's been up.
Put
The
tell them
request was like
tell them the name of it.
$33,000. I done
Jay,
raised $700
put that name
after a
up.
30-minute Hollywood production visual all on YouTube. I ain't never seen the news do nothing for 30 minutes like that.
Put that name up,
You know what I'm
Jay.
saying? I'm just saying, like, I don't want to lose my thoughts. I
Okay,
don't.
I'm sorry.
But that ain't even to knock them. Like they had to. It's a public venue. It's a company. Like they got to do what they got to do. I can put myself in other people's shoes. I just need. I'm just. I'm. Mutual respect is big. And, you know, like I ain't into all the classism, high class, middle class, low class. Like it's one way in, one way out. You know what I'm saying? We all just human at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? I come from a family that know what it's like to be all the way at the bottom. No locks on the doors, no furniture, no TV, no car, no house phone. You know what I'm saying? Like real talk. And I also saw my parents rise up to a level economically where they got to enjoy some of the spoils of that. But that ain't the pinnacle of life, you know? Because there's more miserable people at the top of the economic ladders than there are at the bottom. If you ask me, because you gotta to climb them ladders. Somebody else built them ladders. Somebody else put them ladders there. So you subject yourself to it. And if you don't play their game, you gotta play their game to stay in their game. To ride somebody else's wave and be your own wave, create your own wave. And so far, I haven't subjected myself to certain stuff. I'm in tune with a lot. Got a lot of family and friends that's into this and into that. For me personally, I think I'm looked at by certain people as renegade. You know what I'm saying? So there's a certain vibe that come with that. A lot of people, solid people rock with me. People who don't care about none of that ain't got courage to be themselves. They rock with me in public, behind closed doors, whatever. When the narrative is like, ooh, ooh, and you try to discredit you behind closed doors to the best of their ability, you know, try to humiliate you, get you to get in line or whatever. And a lot of people, they adhere to that. But I've never subjected myself in the first place, so I ain't gonna play them games. I dance with the mirror. Like I don't even claim no enemy. Even with this situation going on, like my only competition is the mirror. I lace my sister up the same way, my son the same way. And everybody take it the way they take it. But I ain't claiming no enemies. I'm dancing with the mirror. Like, my only competition is me. I'm trying to be better than who I was yesterday so that I can see through the fog. I rock with the lions, I rock with the wolves, you know what I'm saying? Like they try to pit them against each other. Like go on YouTube and see how many times you can find lions fighting with wolves. And get back to you on that. Like, that ain't nature's way, you know? And somebody else is always trying to change the narrative and have us at odds with ourselves and at odds with everybody else. Nothing. Just so they can
But I am you,
be in the cut.
and you are me.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Straight up.
But
like,
people don't see that. They don't look at it like that.
You gotta see our brothers and sisters is our likeness. You know, the world be a better place. Love wins. Like greed don't win. You know, empathy wins. Spirit over ego. People be betting all on the ego. I ain't no different. Straight up. I'm just human like everybody else. I make mistakes and I struggle with it all the same. Just because I come up with little bright quotes and stuff, that's for practice. Repetition. Speak it to secret. I'm trying to let myself hear what I'm trying to be on, just like looking at a vision board or looking at some note cards or something,
Cause gratitude.
Speak life. Yeah. Speak it to secret. Like, claim it. Aim it to claim it. Speak life over yourself. Don't just wait for somebody else to do it. You know what I mean? But I ain't just gonna go with
Somebody said they said in a world of chaos. I'll try and say this too. I be in this gratitude space, and this guy named Big Way said, in a world of chaos, gratitude is the key to a grateful heart. So that's it. Right.
People always ask me every day. People that do reach out, how you doing? How you feeling? I always mention like grateful. I don't say nothing else. Blessed by the best and grateful even in the storm. It's challenging, all caps, all bold letters.
Tell me about it.
I ain't never been through this before. I done lost all types of people.
They can do some work on
Your
you.
baby sister.
And my roommate, like we've been living together for 8 months. At the time when that happened, we've been living together for 8 months. Everybody was saying like they was our best friend and with the narratives and all that. I see none of them people. Anybody slide over there, play no spades, no dominoes, and have no clothes during birthdays.
Man,
We over there
listen,
parlaying, having
she
a ball.
couldn't even play no damn spades. First of all,
It was people there
she-
that could, though. She decided for the fun of it. But the narrative on-
Cause she was
this is her best
she was
friend,
at.
that's her best friend.
I don't know her best
don't
friends.
know what's going
Look,
on.
I ain't even gonna jack. Like I said, we not longtime friends, but that was my sister. That's my family.
No, she probably-
Like
definitely.
she was always at my house. Like I don't even know if the plates that she was taking, girl left with whole plates out the door, and I'm like, nigga, what? She, all right, I'm gone. She like the little sister to me, like, hey, text me when you get there, type shit. Let me know when you get to work. Let me know. I'm on ass. You all right? You good? Yeah, I made it to work. Da, 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 da. Man, you know I can't do shit. Corey got me working like a motherfucker. I can't do nothing.
Imagine that. First I'm hearing it first. I'm not getting a lot of information. I left in the dark about a lot.
Wow.
Somebody bring her stuff. Bring her stuff to the house.
Her stuff from what? The bar?
It's like a laundry.
Yeah.
Where it would have been coming from. I take my pop to the hospital, and the hospital, so I start.
So you still don't have her stuff off her desk
I
from
ain't
me?
never get none of her. I didn't never get none of her stuff. Eventually, stuff started getting passed around. I guess my mama got some. My mom had some of her stuff, like her cars. Over, we had 3 cars at night. She left when I'm watching the wheels. Got 3 cars in the crib. My profession, my occupation is contract driver. I drive for a living. Also I got my overhead bread brand. I offer free delivery. Anytime you want to get something from me, I'm putting up on you. So to do that, and all of a sudden that car gonna start for the first time ever. It's an $8,000 quote. But she had 2 cars too. By the time the sun came up the next morning, all 3 cars were either out of my reach or inoperable. Right now, I can only rely on a rental car to get around, and I wasn't prepared for my sister's transition, or I wasn't prepared for my car to not start. And like just on the transparent tip, all my credit cards had a maximum limit of 300. The general credit cards. I got store credit cards with higher limits, but just the general ones that I can go swipe it, Hertz, Avis, whatever, 300 max. That's the security deposit alone. So I can't get a rental car with my credit card until I'm approved for an increase. And so far, that's been tricky. That's been a little rocky. So the only time I was able to get mobile is when I go rent a car with my debit card, and for her to be off the scene and we went half on everything. Now, all
Wow.
her bank apps on
Wow.
her phone didn't never come back to me. Like, eventually, one of her phones made its way to Mississippi from right here, and my mom has one, and that's all she ever knew that she had. But she had multiple phones. I don't know what happened to all that
She
stuff.
had two phones.
At least 2 phones.
She had two phones
Yeah, at
because
least,
she
at least.
left one phone at my house one
I got
time.
multiple phone
Yeah,
numbers.
the
Like,
phone was ringing off the chain, and then my baby wearing downstairs. That's KT phone. My baby.
I'm at the crib. I'm right there on the scene. My
She.
parents live in Mississippi. I'm the first. Hit me up on
Mm,
the first contact. It's like,
mm,
you hit me ASAP.
mm-hmm.
I'm thinking
You was
everybody.
my first thought
I'm thinking
when I
everybody
heard
else finna
that.
hit me
I
too.
I had. I'm like, Jay.
Yeah, I ain't get that treatment. I ain't get that treatment.
Yeah. I'm.
And
I'm
her
sorry.
biological
I'm sorry.
father, I ain't seen or heard from him since we moved from Mississippi back in 1990 when we moved to Milwaukee so my parents could reconcile. You know, but he was a great dude. I remember him visiting. I remember his daughter, but I haven't seen or heard anything from them since 1990. Never seen him on social media. Never got a phone call. Never heard his voice until the week before she transitioned. My mom reached out and said that my sister's biological father wanted her personal information to put her in his will. You know, I guess to bless her or whatever, but she was adamant. She said, "No, please don't give him my information. I want nothing to do with that. I don't care what he got from me." And it wasn't even disrespect. She just declined for her personal reasons. Like, no, I'm good. Like 3 days later, they say she got shot at Brownstone Transition. And her biological father was at the funeral. He's on the program. They say he's a preacher. When I knew him back in the day, he had a tax company. I don't know how he managed to stay hidden since 1990, but then just to pop up like that, like this dude on the program. Not to say I got a problem with it, but she had a problem with it. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't reconciled. Ain't nobody talking to me. I'm just, you know, wake up every day in the same house as her. There's only sibling I've ever been told I had. He was at the funeral. I said that was him. He's kind of sitting in the second row behind me. My mom, my peeps, and got up there and introduced himself as a pastor and program. And after the memorial service was over, me and my mom hopped back in the limo. Same way we came. We rode together and went back to her hotel, which was next door to Brownstone. Shout out to Brownstone for being courteous and looking out for my mom. You know, I don't know all the ins and outs of that, but I do know that they definitely tried to look out for her. They try to show hospitality. So salute for that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, before we went to the repast, we went back to her hotel. Limo dropped us off, and I saw the guy that's supposed to be my sister's biological, who they said is her biological father. He was in the lobby, which is off top instantly. Y'all been at? How'd y'all hide that long? How haven't I seen y'all on social media or nothing like that? And he's like, well, we gonna connect. We gonna connect. I'm seeing you in the person. that was like a 10-second conversation. They disappeared. I ain't seen shit. Everybody went to the second memorial service in Mississippi. I chilled. I stayed in the middle. I ain't been in Mississippi since 2015 when my grandmother transitioned. My dad, and I went to that funeral and to that memorial service. Took my son with me, and up until this, that's the last time my son had been in Mississippi too. He went with me back in 2015, and then I went back with my mom to like do a couple garage sales, after my grandmother transitioned out of that house. We went dolo. That's the last time I've been to Mississippi. But I've been trying to get back. I missed way too many funerals.
So the decision to take her back there, that was where y'all grew up at.
Yeah, we moved here from Mississippi back in 1991. She was born in Mississippi in 1990.
Yep.
My mom went to
Okay.
Jackson State. My dad went to Jackson State. I went to Jackson State. Huh?
Mm-hmm.
And we
Cause
come
I
from a
was
small
like,
little town.
and that broke my heart
Segregated
too.
whites on one side, blacks on the other
That broke
side.
my heart. I'm like, so this really gonna be my last time being able to see her unless I go down south.
You look at videos. It's
I
club
got
boy,
all
stuff like
that.
that.
Listen,
See her in your
did you see
dreams.
what I posted? Did you see what
Yeah.
I posted today? I posted us at karaoke. I got so many damn videos of me and that girl. Some ain't appropriate, but
But if her biological father is listening to somebody affiliated with him, I don't mean no disrespect. It's all love. Like last time I saw him back in Mississippi, it was all player. Like that was my mom's boyfriend at the time. Like her and my father were just separated, but they had been separated for years, living in different states. She wasn't like I ain't knock her for doing what she was. Like do what you gotta
listen,
do. Can't nobody judge you but God.
that's okay.
And then when she decided to leave, hopefully he understood when she went to go reconcile with the man that she was married with, her childhood sweetheart. Like they went to
That
every
is
school
okay.
together. Like from the same little small town that didn't have no bowling alley, no skating rink, no movie theater, no mall. Just all of them up. We're originally from Forest, Mississippi. We just tell people Jackson because they heard us. It's like 45 minutes east of Jackson. Yeah, so I was glad to see him though. If that was really him or whatever, I was glad to see him more so than I'm like. But I was just dealing with pretty question marks, and red flags, and sore thumbs sticking out.
That raspy on my life.
No doubt. But if
Are
you
you
listening,
going?
shout out, much love
If he is,
to you and
and
your
are you
family.
going to give them the go for the
You said, am I gonna what
give them the shirt info and a GoFundMe? No,
for the on the podcast? Oh, no
you
doubt.
better tell them.
Oh, no doubt, no doubt. If anybody want to order a shirt, whether it's a long live KT shirt or this one that I just freestyled a couple days ago, it says "Speak truth to power" at the top, and at the bottom it says "Long live KT." Reach out to me, or if you want something else from scratch, you want me to help you bring your idea to life.
Tell them your name.
On Facebook, I never started an official website, but I do have a business page on Facebook called Overhead Media Group, 3 words. And you can find me there. Just send me a message. I don't have Messenger on my J Tucker Jr. page. That's my primary Facebook page. But I don't need Messenger if you wish to inbox me on my Overhead Media Group page. I'll get that message right away and place an order, inquire, whatever. Reach out. And then the GoFundMe, you just go to the GoFundMe page, type in Crystal Tucker with the K, and she'll pop up ASAP. It's been all over the place. I've been sharing it, you know. But it's been more so for principle. I ain't looking for people that's just struggling like that to be breaking themselves just to look out. Like I ain't on no greedy tip. I ain't got no reputation in this city for getting over or being greedy like that. I done did my best to keep it player on all fronts. From the streets to corporate America. You know, I'm not trying to get over. I'm trying to get through something. you know,
I ain't gonna get it.
dealing with sabotage and invisible fences and stuff like that. So I needed to be able to get mobile. And after everybody, I ain't put the GoFundMe up until some seriously notable people from this city and from my family's past offered this, that, and the third from here to to me and to people in Mississippi. We're gonna do this. So that's be a blessing. Like, you don't have to, but it's cool. be a blessing in this time of need. What I'm going through.
Man,
And they know to
listen,
look out for them, but everybody,
what did I text
like,
you? I said what's
most of them people renege.
understood do not have to be explained.
Most of them people renege.
Okay.
But still, I'm not here. I'm not trying to fight fire with fire. I'm trying to like, call nobody out by name. Like, had people saying like, back in February, didn't have to worry about rent for the next however many months. So, I didn't worry about it. I never saw a rent bill until the beginning of April. Something came in the mail talking about 5-day notice. I didn't know I had to be concerned with it. I never asked my sister to see no bills. I just gave her my cut. And she took care of everything. Like, you know, showed me everything. She handling business. She
I know, yeah.
She on her square. She's doing her thing.
Yeah.
You
I know.
But fast
I've
forward
been
2 months
worried
from
about y'all. I've
February.
been so worried about y'all.
First thing come up from the crib is a 5-day notice. That puts me in a weird position. I'm a contract driver. I make shirts and hoodies and business cards, and I offer free delivery. I don't have a car to do it. I can't get a rental car with my credit card. Everybody flaking. Some of these people is like sitting on boards and officials and some of these logos and just all types of stuff. But they offered all of this. We didn't ask for nothing. We was straight. Like, we was straight enough. From the first week, like when I just initially put my cash app up, if somebody wanted to contribute, I put my mom's cash up too. And when people started hitting me, first thing I did was break my mom off without her asking. I did it a couple times. Broke my son off without him asking. I'm like, what's this for? So read the hashtag, get the cash up. Long as they take it to 20 back. It's on the screen. Like, even with the GoFundMe, if you read it, it's transparent. I'm trying to be greedy. I'm trying to get through this fall. We're trying to get through this narrative. I don't necessarily want to participate, until I feel the vibe is genuine in my discernment. So then I ain't trying to knock it either. I'm just gonna keep moving my own groove, my own speed, like I've been doing. you know. But yeah, that's where I'm at with it, and that's where I'm at with it. A lot of people, hit me on the low. They don't necessarily want their name up there visible on that GoFundMe board, and I get it because I realize I'm dealing with politics. You know, I realize I'm dealing with politics and dealing with a company trying to, do what it has to do for self-preservation. If I was in them shoes and something like that happened on my watch in one of my establishments, I'm telling what I'd be on. So I try to empathize with the little knowledge that I have about everything as far as just supporting me. That's an estranged relationship. I represent the hood. I represent the village. That's part of my foundation. Like, I represent everybody. I represent the human race. At the same time, like, before anything, I represent the background I come from, who I grew up around the most. For the voiceless. Because I'm somebody that done survived a lot of, like, a lot. I survived a lot. I've seen a lot. And I ain't had to compromise my principles to still be here. I'm here by way of grace and mercy, not because I'm just cold with it and slick with it like that. Like, it's all grace and mercy.
Okay.
It wasn't for grace and mercy, I'd be gone a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna overstep my boundaries.
Yes. You talking.
And that's what I'm relying on with everything I'm seeing. Like, and trying to figure out what happened to Chris. I'm relying on the discernment. And I'm open to it. I'm peeping game. I'm letting it come to me. And before I show up and just participate the way somebody want me to, show me some surveillance footage. I ain't even call dude out. Whoever they saying his name is and all that, show me the surveillance footage. Show me the surveillance footage. They showed the surveillance footage for everything else. It's at a public place. It wasn't 2 people there, no witnesses in the alley. It's a public place. I was open for business. I'm hearing, I know people that was there. Like, I know people that was there, I know 20, 30 years. Nobody can't look me in my eyes, told me nothing yet. So I get it. I get it. I don't know all the intrinsics and I don't know all the specifics, but when you're dealing with something of that caliber, it had everybody on eggshells. You know what I'm saying?
It's
Something
a
tragic like
$11,000 reward out there right now.
Why just 11? Then you got on TV, you got the know, the lawyers. I'm putting up 30,000. I got the gas GoFundMe going up. Somebody send me a lawyer that want to put something on what I got going on. Somebody come holler at J Tuck. I don't bite. You know, I respect his face. I respect his stance. Like I don't discriminate. Whatever your background is, as long as you can keep it respectful. But I don't have that support. It's a political narrative, and that's another reason why I put that up there because I was back into a corner. I knew that would show me some stuff, not just who's willing to get money. It would show, a lot of other stuff. Even the people that's looking who I never even met. Everybody asking questions in their own circles, trying to figure stuff out. It's greedy. People that don't know me, people out here selling their soul, try to get Grammys and Oscars. Like that's what I got from Milwaukee. It says volunteer of the century. At that point, I wouldn't put nothing on the same mantle as that award, except for maybe a Nobel Peace Prize. I wouldn't put no Oscar next to that award. I wouldn't put no Grammy next to that award. Some people may think it ain't nothing. It's, you know, you don't get a lot of attention when I post a picture, but I know I'm inspiring the people that come from the background I come from that know where I came from and that seen my transition, what I went through, and what I didn't do to get to still be here. And I ain't got all the money in the world, but I got my integrity, I got my self respect, and the people that do rock with me for real reasons and in a real way. You know, and I'm great. I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for that. I'm
We're
grateful for
about
that.
to wrap it up. One, two, three.
So what happened to Crystal? Whatever happened, it can happen to anybody. If somebody on fire, like people don't take a stand and speak up, speak for yourself. It'll just keep happening, and just the political wave will keep bogarting everybody like it's entitled to do so. Like I'm
Mm.
shouting divine order or no order.
Like you got
Like if you gonna, you know what I'm saying? Like you can't use the
swear.
word divine loosely. Divine order or no order. You know, correct me if I'm wrong, but like I honor divine order, and even all this chaos, I've been blessed to be able to see divine order. Like my car being stuck on that corner that long with three slow leaks in the tires, sitting on flat in the middle of Wisconsin. Everybody with tow trucks is greedy as hell. They pull up and swoop you fast downtown. I used to watch it. That's where our company is at downtown. Man, ain't nobody touch that car and even get no ticket. It's just sitting there. While I'm trying hard to get it, and then I realize I don't got to stress about it. Like something's trying to protect me, but something else is also trying to like assassinate my character the same way they tried to assassinate my father's character when he seemed like he decided he didn't want to be down with something. I don't know what it was because he always shielded me from a bunch of stuff. He just say you too smart for your own good, and I never be able to tell you everything. Just stay alert and just keep game and just keep game, soak game, keep game, soak game. Watch the angles, watch the angles. Trust your judgment, trust your perspective, master your perspective. Perspective is more important than perception. And I've been trying to grow into that and pay it forward to other people because I see the truth in it. Before they try to demonize my stance, I don't got nothing against nobody. I got an issue. I got an issue with wicked politics when it's coming towards like when it's on my doorstep and it seems like it's trying to belittle me and discredit me like I don't have a rightful voice, and like I ain't going for that. Like I ain't going for that
Well,
at all. And I ain't
you don't
running.
got
I ain't,
to.
I ain't afraid
I'm glad
because I
you
ain't booting up.
raising awareness. That's why I asked you to be here. That's why I asked Tori to be here. And that's why sis is here. We all going through some mess. It's always long live KT. We gonna close y'all out. I thank everybody for watching the live. This will be posted. We post on Fridays on all platforms. Um, I don't know if I'm gonna keep recording. That I don't know. I don't have. Uh,
I told her I was thinking about getting into the podcast game.
Like our chemistry, our energy, our everything was just it's unmatched.
I got unreleased music of hers. Let me figure some things out after I figure out how to get unstuck. You know what I'm saying?
But that's
And
okay though.
Yeah, I'm embracing it
It's
because
okay.
I'm learning a lot while I'm stuck. You know, it's
Just whenever y'all do, it's okay to take a minute though. But that's fine.
I definitely been embracing it
I don't know,
and just trying to
cause we had so much
figure
shit
it out.
planned, like so many plans, and then they be like, God be laughing at y'all when y'all make plans. Cause like I said, we supposed to be in Miami for tourist season this time, this go round. We so much stuff like my cooking and her contribution to everything. Like
Yeah, if I figure out how to run this GoFundMe up though, I'm gonna do a lot in her name. If you read the specifics in there, you'll see at the bottom my goal, in game goal. Like I just need the little something to take care of me and get out of this situation and dealing with this sabotage. But I was gonna donate the three. I'm still gonna donate because I still believe I'm gonna hit that number.
And we
Unless I
got you
just give
too.
up on it and take it down because I'm embarrassed or pride telling me to and I'm dealing with ego. But my spirit say to just leave it up. Let people laugh and other people participate. But if anybody does find it in their heart to reach out and you're courageous enough to put your name on that board, that way is even heavier than the monetary value because of what we're dealing with the human race dealing with everybody dealing with coast to coast. You can't just keep letting people walk all over our rights. Like too many people lining up to rock with the oppressors and to be yes men and shit like that, and to each their own. But I'm not one of them people. So to some, I might seem like a conflict of interest, but I ain't here to step on no toes. I just want to rep my sister in an honorable manner, rep my family in an honorable manner. I'm shouting reckoning over revenge.
And we will
You
honor
know,
her. So and we will
listen,
do a
that her
peace
name
garden.
ain't dying.
Her
KT
name
ain't.
ain't
Listen, I don't know.
it's
Like I
gonna
said,
be
I
a
don't know if I'm going to be back every other Wednesday. This is gonna have to come to me. I'm not in search of anybody to, assist me with anything. But like, if I gotta rock this motherfucker by myself, I will. Um,
she always gonna be with you. Spirits never die. Just believe you'll see even more signs like them true
cause you
believers.
don't you don't come across that type of chemistry that like it just was none other.
Energy cannot be destroyed. It can
It was
only
none
transition.
other. Like it was
Only
none other
transition.
outside of this. Like we weren't just a podcast. We were family outside of this. Like, you know,
Salute to the whole long live KT squad. Everybody who ain't bashful about
long
shouting that
live
and repping it.
KT.
And salute to Brownstone and Queen Jonna for giving me a moment to request that at the vigil when they were shouting the crystal clear um, catchphrase. And on the count of three, she asked the crowd to say "Long live KT." Like that meant the world to me. So salute to Jonna for that. You know, I don't know her like that, but I know like her and my sister grew on each other. You know, and she developed a family at Brownstone. I ain't gonna sit up and deny that. Like they had it was a family environment from what I could see. Like, off in their own little world. Like I'm glad I got to meet her boss. He came and introduced himself at the vigil. I always wish we had a rapport a lot longer ago,
was that
a
your
lot
first
sooner.
time meeting him?
I met him once before, but he didn't remember it when he came to introduce himself at the vigil. Crystal introduced me to him in Brownstone. So I had been there multiple times. Like I'm a staple in the city in my own right, in my own way. You know, and I don't know. And that's something. But I had a chance to tell him that. Like I just wish we had got a report sooner. But I'm glad he did reach out and introduce himself and build on a rapport now. For what it's worth, and her coworkers. If it's meant to be like that, everybody that came to me just share their condolences seem genuine.
Yeah, I
You
do.
know,
I do want to say hey to my sister Kaisha.
Hey,
Me and
Kai.
Kai, you already know. I know Kai. Listen, I met Kai. I was what 20, 19.
Not 21.
I was not
Not
21
21
yet.
yet.
Wasn't 21 yet, but I was out here and yeah. So
yeah.
yeah.
What up, Kai? I don't know her
Yep.
personally like that.
Hey, Kai Kai.
I kicked it with her after
Aisha out here grinding.
my partner Fred's birthday. She showed up and kicked it with our party for a little while. So we got a chance to toast. You know what I'm saying? But I know her more so for like my sister used to be at the crib. She was on the phone with her a lot. So we be having
She
our
said we didn't eat the
family
oysters right.
moments. Yeah, we have our family moments, and
Y'all
she
ain't
got a
eat it
chance to
right.
hear how I used to entertain my sister talking like a little kid and making up little cartoon voices and stuff like that. Like she was privy to a lot of intricacies just by being on the phone with her all the time. While we chilling, watching TV or having family time or whatever. She was always in her ear. So like she know what type of relationship we had at the house. You know what I'm saying? So definitely say what up to Kai. You know what I'm saying?
Hey Kai.
Appreciate you for rocking with my sister. As long as you did, and hopefully everybody that truly rock with her, love her on the genuine tip, gonna do
I
what they
know the
gotta do to
people
make
that
sure we get the truth out here.
Mhm.
I don't come from that cloth where we just trying to see a whole bunch of people in jail. Like karma do what it do better than any human. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm stuck on the principle. I want to know the truth. I want to know what's going on. I feel like somebody disabled my car from a remote location. You know what I'm saying? I feel like they caught me sitting at the corner when I left the crib for a reason and made that U-turn. Like all of that's just heavy. That's a lot. You know, like if I one day I maybe tell the story on the podcast, like our family business, or do a documentary.
No, you didn't
You
told
know,
enough.
but I'm here. I'm trying to inspire people. That's what I'm trying to do. I ain't trying to bring no
Good.
gray cloud. I'm trying to inspire people
Mhm.
because even in this chaos, I see divine order. I see the divine protection. I see the divine guidance when I just silence out the distractions. I see it. I'm grateful. We see as we are. Like that's where I'm at right now. So don't nobody donate for whatever reason and just stay where it's at. I'm grateful because the people that put their name up there, they speak volume. That's gonna echo for a long time. I already reached the goal because they like the two people that did put their name up there, and they hold so much weight. They hold so much weight, and them ain't just ain't anybody with their names up there. Like for real, like I don't look at nobody as average and just basic. Like we all extraordinary. But we're still human, but we're extraordinary humans. And the more we rock with each other for a common goal, and, and try not to lose sight of principles, this world gonna be a better place for everybody. More generations to come. Right now, the shorties is catching hell. Everybody just pointing fingers. You know what I'm saying? Instead of making sure like they got them hugs and people tell them they love them, so they don't gotta burn down the hills to try to get their warmth. You know? But people don't want to have that conversation. It's just whatever the narrative is. Police brutality, it just goes a certain type of way. If they cut it off, don't talk about that no more. Then it's back to
The
talk about something
regulars,
else.
yeah.
Everybody goes to the
Mhm.
flow because they want to keep their position or the grant money coming in, and they don't want to lose their slot. And you can't blame nobody because you need people that are truly passionate organically on the inside. That's the only way we get change. You know, it's the only way we get change. Everybody's needed. Like everybody's important. Everybody straight up. Like, but the time is now. Like I said in my sister's memorial service, and I felt obligated to get up there and say something. Felt like the spirit of Bill Phillips was poking me in my stomach. I think that was her birthday that my sister had a Milwaukee memorial service on. Like this ain't the time to tuck no tails. I also ain't gonna tell nobody to go fight fire with fire either. We don't get no solutions like that. We've been doing it like that too long, and it just turned into more drama. More lost causes and more grieving. That ain't the way. Like we got to figure something else out. Like we got to really, really, really do the math. You know,
Hmm.
some sacred math.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's what that go from me about. I'm trying to do some sacred math. I want to give back. That's what I've been doing, and I want to do so on a bigger scale. Maybe this might be the beginnings of me starting a nonprofit. Because I don't never done a nonprofit before, but I believe this is teaching me something that I'll be able to utilize if I were to start a nonprofit. And I think that might be one of my callings. Just continue being a voice for the voiceless.
All right.
You know,
Well, guess
'cause I
what?
appreciate it.
I want y'all to continue to look out for this podcast. Like I said, I don't know what I'm gonna do. If you guys wish to donate to Jay, donate to Jay. He gave y'all the name. I thank y'all for tuning in tonight on this live. It will be posted on Friday. Um, it's just long live KT. Like
All day.
I'm gonna rep this every day of my living life as long as I live. Like this, it don't stop.
Love on somebody close to you and love on somebody with the most of you.
Yes, love on somebody.
Straight up. And start with yourself. You can't love on nobody else if you don't know how to love yourself. You know? Make sure you show yourself the same love that you want to give to others. Show yourself the same love that you want from others. That's where it starts at. Dance with the mirror. Don't be so quick to claim enemy. Look at the mirror. Look yourself in the eye. Figure out what you don't like about yourself and upgrade it. You know what I'm saying? It ain't always about how much the tags cost and the designer and all of that. That's shallow. You know? Substance over shallow nothing. That's how I get down. It's each their own. You know? Everybody just every day. If you wake up, be grateful.
You
Mhm.
closing out?
Have a great day on purpose. Every chance you
You
get.
closing out, Tori? I said, do you got something to say? I said, do you have something to
Long live the
say?
foe. Long live the foe. One foe.
Ending. You're ending. Because she's going to close us out like she always do. But
It's real.
you never know.
Spirit over ego.
Here we go.
Leaders over bosses.
Which let's
Well, y'all, this is the end of episode 2. Thank y'all for tuning in. I'll leave y'all with this wonderful joke. What do you call a lesbian dinosaur?
Oh my goodness.
Wait. I like to at least think about it. Right. A lesbian dinosaur.
What do you call a
A
lesbian?
lesbian
dinosaur.
So, a butcher T-Rex.
You call a lesbian dinosaur a lickalotopus.
Only she laughed.
Right.
Hey, thank you for
Thank
tuning
you all for
in.
tuning
And
in.
we out.
We out.